So hopefully you can view this video fine and everything will make sense. I'm going to go over basically the big picture of Eddington Advisory and just to kind of get a handle on what my team can do and how we'll move forward with a strategy. So, to start off, I'll just kind of explain some of the tools that we use. We have Google Drive, which is where these training videos will be located. We also have a folder here where we've taken some social media snapshots, which is a baseline of all of Tom's social media, which we know right now is pretty flat. So we're going to have a goal of growing the social media audience as well as converting people to sign up, hopefully for a newsletter or some sort of a giveaway. We'll talk about that as we go forward. Here we have a spreadsheet which my team and I use to start to collect all of the information that we're going to be putting out on social media. And at the bottom, we have it organized by hashtags, quotes that we be created into the image memes, like what we've already seen go out on these channels, as well as any filler links from any shared people that we'd want to like promote, and we won't need any kind of filler really until we've grown the audience quite a bit and we're looking for things that we need to put out. Right now we have more than enough to put out. So that's going to be kind of quiet for now, this filler links. Promo links, these are all of the links to the website. I've got someone right now looking through the website and curating what we would look at are kind of like FAQs that we can kind of call out into their own little social media blurbs and just driving traffic to the website. So we want to talk about where the website is strong and where we want to be seeing an ROI on all of the traffic that we send to the website. Then we have a tab for these are some groups that we're going to use to start sharing. Initially, we won't need to do this. Initially, we'll need to do this until we get past a certain threshold on the page likes. But the reason that we do this is because it generates a lot of a bigger audience for you because it gets eyeballs on your posts. So basically how it works is a post will go out on your Facebook page and then my team or I will log in to your personal account and we will navigate to these Facebook groups, which we will join in your name. And you may have already joined some groups. We'll look through your groups to see which ones make sense and we'll have a list. And then we will share content from the Facebook page into these groups. And we'll do this on a daily basis. We take a break on weekends because nobody wants to work on weekends. And what that will do is that we'll put eyeballs on the content. And when it's seen by more people and they like it or they comment or they share it, then it gets fed into an audience, which I'll show you here in a minute. So it all works together to build an audience, which you can use later for advertising. All right, so then we have the last tab on here, our Facebook pages that we want to target for ads, which we'll start looking at their content and kind of getting an idea of how we want to formulate our strategy moving forward. Right now, it's pretty easy. We've already got a lot of content to work with, and we don't have a huge audience. So we don't want to waste a lot of time putting out really great content to people who are not going to see it. So we're putting a lot more effort into this end here of research, but we're also going to be putting content out just once a day on your social networks as we start to get going. So this is a business manager, which we set up, and it might confuse you slightly when you log into your account. So when you log in now to your account, you'll see you've got your page still over here. And when you click on this, you might notice that you now have a business manager. The business manager is necessary for any Facebook ads. Just plain and simple, you have to have it really set up. You used to be able to just run ads from your personal account, but right now, in order for us to really set this up right for your growth, in the long term, it needs to be set up as a business manager. Then we can connect your Instagram account to your business manager. So to get to your business manager, it's just like that. You click on this little caret and that drops down and you can select business manager. This is the default for business manager, and we are in the process of creating everything right now. It says add an ad account. I'm assuming you might already have a personal ad account, so I stopped here. This is where I'll need some feedback from you. To do that, what I would look at is I would go into manage ads, advertising. So maybe you've never set an ad campaign up before on Facebook. And if that's the case, then we will be creating a whole new ad account. And basically, it's real simple. You just give them a Facebook, or you give them a credit card so that they know they can bill you for ads. And so I'll just need to get on the phone with you to set that up when we figure that out. You can also hook it up to a PayPal account. Then once we have that, we will create a pixel, and that is over here. And a Facebook pixel is just a tracking code that gets installed in your website. And I know you don't have a website right now. You don't have the tracking pixel right now because this tool generally picks up any pixels that are in your website. So I don't know much about the website, who's managing the website, but I would want to be put in touch with this person so that I can work with them to get a new pixel installed. And this is important because we can track people that come to your website. They can be fed into the audience manager for ads on Facebook. And more importantly, we can create a lookalike audience based on those visitors to find new people, whole new people that haven't been to your site before. So we really want to do that, and we want to make sure that we have the pixel tied specifically to any actions that you want to track on your site. In Facebook, we call those events. Basically, anytime someone puts an address in here to subscribe to Tom's newsletter, for example, this would be an action. And we would want our Facebook pixel to accurately track when someone puts their email address in there as a lead, so that when we generate ads on Facebook, we can tell them we want to generate leads, and we want Facebook to do all the work in finding who those people are that are going to opt in to that. It'll also be important when we set up the automatic chatbot, which can also deliver free content to people through Facebook, but we also need that to be attached to this pixel. So right now, what we need to do to get this all sorted out with the Facebook pixel and with the business manager is to get a credit card. So we'll get on the phone and get that sorted out. All right, so I want to jump over on the other side because this is a big picture. I didn't want to get too far into the weeds with this Facebook pixel. But right now I am looking at his website, and so at the very top I was just looking at the links to his social networks. And I did create another video to talk about LinkedIn, so that will be addressed in a separate thing. I really need that to be assigned to me, and so that I'm not logging into his account. I don't want to lock out his account for any reason. They're pretty strict about it. Then with YouTube and Google Plus, we kind of had a problem logging in. It needs us to send a verification code. So again, when we're all on the phone, I will attempt the login on Google as well as Instagram. Those two platforms did not let me log in without sending the verification code, and that code expires quickly. So we need to be on the phone when we do it. Once we are, then we can actually log in. We can download these videos. Now, the one thing that I wanted to say about the videos, and that is, I have some notes for you somewhere. Okay. The YouTube videos are completely devoid of any description, tags, links, etc. They're not even close to being optimized. So I'm not sure, you said they were optimized. I'm not sure what they did to optimize. So let's talk about that and figure out what's going on with YouTube, because there's a lot of information that's missing from these videos that could be creating links to your website, and they just really are not doing that. Pinterest, I would get rid of. You don't need it. The people that you're looking for are not on, um, they're on Pinterest, but they're not looking at this stuff. They're looking at recipes and home makeovers and other types of entertainment stuff. So this is not really a good place to find people that you want, and it's not worth the effort to put into it. We've got plenty of other places to go. Instagram, especially, we would want to focus a lot of attention on. So Twitter, I did want to show you, and Twitter and Facebook, the pages. I've already made a few changes to these based on some conversations we've already had with the page, and setting it up to optimize all of the features. It's not public yet. The Twitter account, all I did was add in over here into the bio. See, all of these can be clickable. These are high quality keywords on Twitter, especially with what Tom's doing. So if you have different list of keywords, I'd love to get that from you. But this is what I put in so far in kind of like a way that actually read like a sentence. And so that's actually going to increase followers. I think we had one yesterday right after I did that. So because there's kind of like robots out there scouring Twitter right now looking for people who are in this line of work, and so that will help gain followers. And then I also went out and followed some people, and we will continue to do that kind of to build those audiences up on Twitter organically. But the same with Twitter and ads, and also with scheduling ahead. There is an option to use the ads.twitter platform, and they're going to ask for a credit card. But basically what happens is we can schedule all of our content through Twitter. I still like to go back and forth between Buffer and Twitter because of the way that links get fed through, and the preview images that don't get attached to it sometimes with this platform. So to make them look pretty, I'll use Buffer. But to use videos, there is a library attached to this where I can actually do videos longer than what's typically allowed with your phone. So I want to open this up. We will need to put a credit card in. So to do that, it's again going to be tied to getting us on the phone. So we'll just get on the phone and do all of this at one time. And then we'll open up a lot more features with this platform. And then we can even run ads to get more followers if we want to. I'm not going to recommend it right away because I'd like to start growing this as organically as possible. And then we need to build a community of people that will retweet this content that we're going to put out on Tom's network. So that is a long, drawn out thing about this. I will talk about some of this other stuff in another video, and but that is the longer overview of how we're looking at these networks. So I want to stop this video and create another one.